going on, faithful? It is your boy, Niner Sickness, coming to you with the Niner Sickness podcast. We have a great show for you guys tonight. I know that there's boxing happening tonight. Canelo is fighting. I know the Warriors are playing against the Memphis Grizzlies right now, but you guys are amazing because you guys are tuning in to the Niner Sickness podcast. Appreciate each and every one of you popping. Before I bring in my guest, let me say hello to Luis Moreno. Let me bring this down for a second. Give me a second, guys. Let me say hello to Luis Moreno. How you doing, brother? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. We got Eddie. What's up, Eddie? How you doing, sir? We got JR Meadows in the house. How you doing, gang? Bang, bang. Niner gang. Love it. We got David McNew in the house. How you doing, David? People are starting to pop in. How's everybody doing today on this beautiful Saturday? We're going to talk 49er football. Before we get started, please wipe your feet before entering and smash that like button for your boy, Niner Sickness. Well, with no further ado, let me go ahead and bring the man of the hour. Like I like to say, you guys didn't come to watch me. You guys came here to watch my guest. So it is an honor and it is a pleasure to bring my brother from another mother, a man of God, a man that knows his football. And he's a young, upcoming content creator, which he is going up the ranks pretty fast on his channel. So with no further ado, let me go ahead and bring my boy, Mr. Chronicles. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing well, man. Thank you for allowing me to hop on your show once again. It's been a while. I appreciate you, man. It's always good to talk Niner football with you, man. How are you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I am doing good. I'm blessed. It's always a fun, definitely to talk 49er football with my fellow brothers. So, before we get started, brother, let everybody that is viewing, how can they get a hold of you? How can they reach your channel? And what social platforms are you on?
Yeah, man. You can hit me up at Keltz Chronicles. You can find it on YouTube. Talk all 49ers. I'm still working on getting consistent on my channel. I haven't been on there in a little while. But yeah, you can find me on every other social platform as well. Keltz Chronicles on Twitter, Keltz Chronicle without the S on Facebook. And yeah, man, so hit me up and yeah, check it out. I love to talk about the Niners, super passionate about my 49ers my whole life. Been a fan since my first memory. So yeah, man, that's what it is, man. I just try to bring that positivity and let my heart speak, man. So yes,
I love it.
sir.
I love it.
I love it. I love it.
Oh, I hear a little bit
Oh, I
of
hear a
echo.
little bit of echo.
Did you turn it?
Turn that.
What happened there? All right, it went away.
All right, it went away.
I don't know if you had a little bit of feedback, but we're good. So, what's up, David? How you doing, man? Welcome. I can still hear myself. That's. Can you hear your, Can you hear me repeat myself?
Nah, everything sounds good on my end, man.
Interesting. All right, guys. I
All right,
apologize
guys.
for that. I wonder what that is. Um. All right. Well, anyway, so that's where you can find him. I apologize. I got thrown off a little bit with um the echo that I heard right now. So, welcome to the channel, guys. This is my guest. How long have you been doing your channel again? And what do you typically talk about? Is it just 49ers or do you talk about any other sports?
Yeah, it's just 49ers right now, man. And I started, I believe it was February of 2021. I know it was before the draft. I was super excited, hoping that we drafted Trey Lance. So, that kind of inspired me to start a YouTube channel. I just wanted to get as loud and as vocal as I could. Typically, I would just kind of keep to myself. But I wanted to see us draft a franchise quarterback, something that I don't think we have seen us have, for a couple of decades now. We've had some good ones in Garoppolo and Kaepernick and Alex Smith, and we've seen some horrible ones, in Jim Druckenmiller, and just to name one of them. And that was my inspiration. I've been a passionate fan my entire life, and my inspiration was, to scream as loud as I could, go draft a franchise quarterback, and it was Trey Lance from the very beginning. I remember texting the radio station way back in November of 2020, I believe. I would text them, "Hey, check this kid Trey Lance out. We need a franchise quarterback," and so the radio station would never respond to me. So I kind of was like, hold on a minute, man. I got to get louder, I guess. So I started hopping on some Facebook groups. I didn't even realize how big, the 49ers were being born and raised in Vallejo. I kind of thought it was more just of a Bay Area thing. And then I hop on a few Facebook groups, and, to my surprise, man, the 49ers are worldwide, and there's just all over the whole entire world, whether it's Germany, London, Australia, Texas, New York. And so I thought that was amazing, man, when I seen how big the 49ers were throughout the world. Once I started opening up myself to hop on social media as far as Facebook, and then these past few months, I'm starting to hit up 49ers Twitter. And that just really encouraged me to start my own channel, man, was just my heart and passion, and wanting to see that real 49ers legacy of having a franchise top five quarterback. That was my thing, man. So, and then on top of it, I just been talking 49ers since I was a kid, and I said, hey, why not, chop it up with other 49ers on a YouTube channel. I didn't understand how easy it was to create a channel and kind of go about it like that. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna shoot the shot. To be honest, it's really out of my comfort zone, to be honest, to be on camera and talking. But throughout the past year, I've gotten tremendously comfortable, and I love it, man. I just really like to get it off my chest and get it out of my spirit, man, because it's always bottled in there when it comes to my 49ers. So, yeah, man, that's what I love to talk about. So that's what you can expect basically from my channel, every once in a while. I started out doing little breaking news stuff, and then now it's more just uh, just talking about the whole, whether it be details or a big picture, whether it's facts that are going on with the team or just my opinion.
Okay, yeah, yeah. This seems. I apologize. There's a little bit of a delay. Um, yeah, that's bad. Um, you know what? I'm gonna have you, if you don't mind, step out for a minute. And can you step back in?
Yeah, no problem, man.
All right. We're gonna. I apologize. There was a bad connection there. He'll pop right in. I'll let him back in a minute. David Williams says, "What do you guys think of you playing in Mexico?" I think you meant us. Um, I'll let Keltz speak for himself. As for me, I think I'm excited being a Latino myself, being Hispanic. I'm excited to watch a game in Estadio Azteca, New Mexico City, the Niners and Carolina, excuse me, the Arizona Cardinals representing. So the question was, welcome back there, Chronicles. It was asked by David Williams. What do you guys think of us playing in Mexico? What's your thoughts of us playing in Mexico this year, brother?
I I was excited. When I heard it, I haven't really thought in depth on it, but just a quick right off the top of my head, I think more excited to see us play in Mexico than like a London. I don't know. It kind of feels, I don't know. It just feels like Mexico is still kind of like California in a way. It just, it's close by. And, just me personally, I love the culture. I love the culture. It's one of my favorite foods, just Mexican food and just everything about it, man. I've always felt a special connection, uh, just with the whole thing. I'm not Mexican, but I do have Spanish, ethnicity. So I mean, I know it's on the others, it's on the other side of the ocean, over there in Europe, but still, there's always been a little special connection with me when it comes to um, that side of the world. So, man, I'm excited about it, man. I think it's going to be a home game, um, and yeah, man. So I'm juiced up about it.
That's yeah, same here, man. I'm excited. And I'm finding out that I found out that it's a Monday night game as well. So it's a prime time game. So what a way to have a game in Mexico and being prime time. And I also found out that it's not going to be a home game for the Niners. Most likely, it's going to be a home game for the Cardinals. So that's exciting too, for the fact that the Niners can get that they don't lose a game at home, for all the faithful to go watch them play and root for them at Levi's. So I'm excited. Great question there, David Williams. We got David Menu says, as long as we ain't at the Santa Clara landfill, then I am good with it. I am not a fan of Levi's. We have a ton of fans in Mexico, so it will just be like home. Now, that's interesting. I've heard about a lot of people that are not really liking Levi's. I would love to get Davis your perspective of why you personally don't like Levi's. Let me know, David. And if you happen to see my boy's eyes go a little bit to the left, he's just he doesn't have a twitch. He's like me. We're both watching the Warriors play. So, and he's a Warriors fan. You can tell by the jerseys. So, it's okay. I can tell now. He can look more freely. You can see his eyes trying to peek, man. Now, go ahead and look, bro. No big deal. He's like, I love it.
Warriors.
Okay, don't get carried away, bro. Don't get carried away. I can always meet you. I heard there is a large Niner presence. One thing about the 49ers is that the Niners travel very well. The fan base travels no matter where they're playing. And New Mexico should be no different. I believe that we're going to have a great red and gold representing in the stadium on a Monday night. We're going to, lucky for the Cardinals that they wear red jerseys too, because they're going to have a little bit of grace, because they're going to be a lot of those Niner fans. People are going to think they're Cardinals fans because of the red. So, but if it wasn't like, say we were playing the Raiders, you can definitely know that there would be more Niner fans than Raider fans there. Although Raider fans travel well, pretty good as well. What's up, Jag? How you doing, brother? This is Beto and Cole. Good evening. Hope you are well. I am excited about getting my passport and will be second visit to Mexico City, which is the rookies. Which of the rookies are you most excited about? Since you're my guest, brother, I'm going to go ahead and let you answer that first. Which rookie, drafted and undrafted, you can pick one of each, excites you so far?
The ones that excite me the most are the ones that are going to play the most, of course.
I like that.
And with that being said, I think we all expect to see, Drake Jackson playing some ball. There's a lot of our team. There's so much depth on our team. It's hard to just say, which is a good thing. It's we're not going to see anybody just be completely plugged in and they're going to completely take a job. maybe it can happen, maybe it won't. But our team just has so much depth. So I would say Drake Jackson. Of course, Danny Gray. You want to see how that speed can. You want to see the connection between Trey Lance and the speed that Danny Gray has. And, it's been something that the 49er fans have been waiting to see, for a good, probably since Jeff Garcia, that we've seen, a good, decent long ball consistently. I know a lot of us have been screaming for that. Hey, you at least got to attempt the long ball at least a few times a game just to keep the defense honest. So I can't wait to see that translate onto the football field. Hopefully, and more than just Danny Gray, we got other guys who I believe could go deep as well. But those would be the two guys right off the top that I'm excited to see is Danny Gray and Drake Jackson. And then undrafted free agency, I forgot the name of them, but there is a safety that I've heard really good things about. And I'm not talking about Leon. Oh Lord, what
The
is his name?
undrafted free agent, yeah, junior.
Yeah, there's O'Neal Jr. A lot of us have been high on him, but there's another guy. His mind has left my head, and I'm gonna make sure to try to remember who he is. But of course, O'Neal Jr. And then we got Poe, which is a super athletic guard who looks like he can also catch out of the backfield, which that would be interesting to see if we use him in some special packages on goal line and stuff like that. And then there's also Donovan West, the center. So, I think we did an amazing job. I'm excited to see how who's all going to make the team and what we can do with the versatility that we got with the picks that we made.
Yeah, definitely. I like those. The ones you mentioned, Donovan West is one that honestly, I'm still puzzled on why he went undrafted. The kid can play. The kid can ball. Out of Arizona State. No knock on him. So I don't know what people didn't see in him, but I'm okay with that because he went undrafted, and we were able to pick him up as a free agent, as an undrafted free agent, and hopefully Alex Mack doesn't retire. Hopefully he plays one more year, and this kid West can develop underneath him, learn from him, and then the following year, when Mac does decide to retire, then West can come in and fill those shoes going forward. I definitely like him. I like Poe. He's a little bit undersized for your tackle, even guard. I believe he's 6'1", so he's not your typical big 6'3", 6'4" guard, but this guy plays like he's 6'4". He has a lot of heart, and you can use him as a fullback. I can see him being used on a 4th and 1, 3rd and 1, and him just bullding right through, getting that first down. So Kyle Shanahan can definitely experiment with him, being that he's an undrafted free agent. So those two guys are guys that I like. The ones that we drafted, and I know a lot of people go with the obvious. They go with Jackson, or they go with Gray, or they'll go even with the running back that we took. But I like Kalia, I believe is his name. I don't know if I'm Davis. Yeah, this kid. I know he's coming from an injury, but this kid reminds me so much of DJ Jones. Explosiveness from the line, quick, fast. I think he'll be a better version. And I know this is just projection because he hasn't played a down, and Jones has. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful to Jones, but I think this kid coming out of college and what Jones displayed coming out of college, this guy's more explosive. And I'm excited to see Davis see what he can do within our defense. And we're so deep in linemen in the front that we can put him on the POP list and let him just sit there while we figure out who we have on that line. So it's a good problem to have. And then I love the kid Castro Fields, corner. This kid, Penn State, you put, Penn State, this kid is lengthy. He's tall. He's big. Um, I don't know how much production he'll get year one. One thing we know about Kyle Shanahan, he doesn't like to play rookies unless he has to. So with West Ward, with Avery Thomas, Emmanuel Mosley, rolling kind of deep, and then we brought back help me out here, number 2,
Jason Verrett.
Jason Verrett. Thank you. We signed him back for another year. I can't see Fields really taking the field as the corner, but I would love to see what he does in the future, man. I think this kid is a great pickup myself. Great question, by the way. Let's see here. Jack says, I think this is going to be one of the most competitive training camps at all positions. We're deep. That's one thing. That's a difference between the Niners and the Rams. The Rams have a lot of known players, a lot of great players, named players, but they don't have no depth. Good for them that they didn't get hurt last year and they were able to get a chip. Congratulations to them. But if they lose an Aaron Donald or if they lose a positional player here and there, they're pretty much in the hole. The Niners have a lot of depth. So if we lose, we don't want to lose anybody, but if we do, we can continue to move the train forward. And that's one thing I like about this organization and what it's doing. It says Aaron Banks, McClinchy, and Jalen Moore will have a fight for their positions. Let me ask you, Chronicles, are you completely sold out on Aaron Banks taking that left guard position? Or do you think these kids that we drafted are going to push for playing time?
I think it's going to be both. I think, these young dudes that are coming in all together, I believe we got 5 offensive linemen, which, that just shows, we're trying to protect our investment in Trey Lance. So I look at it like, hey, the more depth, the better the competition, someone's going to rise up, and it's not like we just have 1 or 2 guys now. It's like, hey, I'd much rather have a good group of 5 guys to pick between at each position, because it's just gonna make everybody. You get these young hungry dudes that come in, and then Banks, it's only his second year. It's only Jalen Moore's second year. From what I heard, from what John Lynch had said, one of the last times he spoke of Jalen Moore and Aaron Banks was, they drafted them for a reason. And I think they drafted them specifically for Trey Lance. It seems like both of those guys are better in pass protection, which you're not going to see just the hurry up and quick throws like we've seen. We'll see a mix of those quick throws like Garoppolo, but then we're also going to see Trey Lance extending plays, and we're going to see us going deep. So we're going to need guys who are a little bit better at pass protecting. And from what I've seen, from the studying that I've done, it seems like Aaron Banks could be very good at that, along with Jalen Moore. I believe they're going to rise to the occasion. I believe both of those guys are definitely going to rise up and get the job done. I feel like that's one of the major factors of the 49ers is how fast can that offensive line unit come together? Because that's maybe one of the groups, maybe one of the biggest groups on the whole football field where they're playing together. With how they play together is going to really determine the success of the offense, the run game and the pass game. So I believe they're going to get it together. We might see some bumps, in the beginning. Hopefully they do get it together quick, but I got faith that they will. And I'm just excited to see it, man. I just can't wait to see it for sure.
Yeah, I hear you. There's 2 questions for you. One you can answer quickly, and the other one you can kind of. Tony Smith just asking, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thank you, my man, for asking. Tony Smith. I almost said welcome to the show. Faithful rise up. Yee. Now I'm doing well, my man. Thank you for asking. I'm blessed, not stressed. And even when I get stressed, I go right back to being blessed, man, because I'm alive, I'm breathing. And there's just a lot to be grateful for, man. So thank you for asking. I hope everything is well with you in your life. And I appreciate you, man.
I like that. I'm blessed, not stressed. And then you got David Williams says, "What do you think about the all the drama surrounding Debo Samuel?"
Oh man, now I'm stressed out. No. um, you know, it's funny. It's kind of like um just a whirlwind of just stuff. We could go all the way back to Debo asking for if anybody knows of a realtor in Miami, and it feels like that's where it kind of started from, when it came to social media and Twitter and all that good stuff. But just to really break it down, it seems like Debo knows his worth. He wants to not be dismissed on his worth. He wants to he just wants it to be fair, and he wants it to happen fast. I don't think he wants to take any kind of risk of getting hurt. This is probably his best opportunity to cash um, in the now. So I feel like, that a lot has to do with just the timing of it. And then we got the surgery with Garoppolo. There's so many different layers to factor in. Who knows exactly what is what and what isn't. But I'm not worried about it. I feel like he's, to go in depth, I feel like, he's going to be a Niner. It's all going to get smoothed out. And we're going to see him playing with that same kind of passion and heart on the 49ers field. We're going to see a beautiful connection with Trey Lance and Debo for years to come. That's what I really feel like is going to happen. But it did give us a lot to talk about the past good month or two, and it feels like it took a lot of pressure off of Jimmy Garoppolo. It feels like before the Debo stuff, it was, when is Garoppolo leaving? When is Garoppolo leaving? When is Garoppolo leaving? And then it turned into pay Debo. Debo's unhappy. So, one thing I will say, the 49ers make sure they stay in the headlines. We do a great job at that, being one of the most popular organizations in the world. So, with the negatives, you could turn it into a positive, man. It's just all about perception.
Exactly, brother. Exactly. And we got one of your followers here, one of your fan favorites, the one that needs no introduction, Mister Dick Tracy, is in the house. How you doing, Dick? Welcome to the stream. We also got Richard in the house. How you doing, Richard? Welcome, welcome. Good to have you. Cardcast. Welcome, young man. He says, all the depth on our defense equal one Aaron Donald. I don't agree with that, my friend.
Nah, bro.
No. Let our Aaron Donald just be the only one rushing Trey Lance, and let's see how many touchdowns we have. So,
hey, you're just giving Daddy Brunskill some more ammunition, man. Daddy Brunskill is going to turn on that water boy switch and handle that.
yeah, I think Nick Bosa cancels out personally. Just Bosa can cancel out Aaron Donald. And I'm not taking anything away from Aaron Donald, but no, bro. And then Javon Kinlaw is going to start. I can't wait to see, honestly, Javon Kinlaw. I know a lot of people have been critical of him. The comparisons of him to DeForest Buckner. We got rid of Buckner. We brought him in, and it's not fair for that. But he was dealing with a element and a pain or something on his body that kept him from performing the way he wanted to perform. I've heard he finally dealt with it. He had surgery. It has been removed. He feels like a new young man. He can bend better. So I don't know about you, my friend, but I think this kid's going to show out in 2022. I think Javon Kinlaw is going to have a great season, bro.
Yeah, man, that was one of my predictions last year. I went above and beyond last year and said Trey Lance would be the first rookie quarterback to win a Super Bowl. And a little biased, but you know what? I kind of look at it like this, man. That 10-7, it's kind of coulda, woulda, shoulda. But I feel like he could have got a couple more wins. I feel like, you know what, he might have had a good shot, versus the Rams. But uh, I did also say that Elijah Mitchell would play a key role, which he did. And then I said Javon Kinlaw would have a monster season, which that didn't happen last year. But I could see it happening this year, man. If he's healthy, Javon Kinlaw is a beast. He is a barbarian, and he is a squirrel eating beast, man. I don't know if y'all seen his interview on the SF Niners about a month or two back. But Kinlaw is a really interesting dude, and he is a savage. So I can't wait to see him put it all together on the football field. I think we're going to see it, man. I'm excited.
Yeah, same here, same here. So I know that my youngster Carcass has a lot of favorite individuals, and that's all great. I don't know if I can even remember being 15 or 14. It's been so long ago. Um, but there were certain players that I grew up loving and admiring. But as much as good as Aaron Donald is, and he is a great D tackle, yeah. If you would say the whole off defensive line of the Niners, I'll take and I'm not being biased. I'll take it every time, every time. Javier Rios is in the house. Welcome, Javier. How are you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome. We got Ramilia Sports Report in the house. He says, "What's up, my Niner Carnal at Niner Sickness? What's up, my brother? How you doing, sir? Welcome, welcome to the channel." Um, and then we says Quantes. I can't. It's hard for me to pronounce his name, but I love it. Uh, Quantes Knight. Is that how you pronounce it? From LSU is very interesting, and safety from San Diego State could be a good player in the future. The fact that
That's
go ahead, bro.
that's who I was talking about earlier when I said I couldn't remember his name. When
Mm.
I was talking about Leon O'Neal Jr., I'm pretty sure that's exactly of the guy. So thank you, Jag, man. That's I think he could be a sleeper, and I think he could surprise us all, man. So
What I mean, the fact that the Niners did not address safety, particularly in the draft, do you think they're feeling comfortable with Hufanga stepping up this year? Do they feel anything about the kid that they brought in from the Colts? Is he going to play special teams and safety? Odom, I believe his name is, or are they bringing back Tart? What do you think the Niners are trying to do there, in your opinion?
it seems like since John Lynch and Kyle Shanahan have been with the 49ers, that's the position that they kind of feel like they could kind of get away with, as far as not putting an all pro back there without going to spend a ton of money. They've made it pretty clear that they're going defensive line, and they finally swung for the fences when it came to quarterback and Trey Lance. So it looks like they're building. To be honest, like, I wanted to see a safety, I wanted to see another cornerback, I wanted to see a ball hawk, but I feel like they're building this thing the right way. Of course, I was shaking my head, scratching my head on the Ty Davis Price, the TDP pick. Um, but the more I started looking at it, I feel like one of our biggest issues the past few years has been running back injuries. So what better way to solve that problem than to go get a 232-pound durable, beast of a dude that's running people over like Ty Davis Price. So I think it's more of them just kind of balancing what they value the most, you know. And on top of that, I feel like I've seen the 49ers take guys like Fred Warner and him turn into an all pro. I've seen guys like George Kittle turn into an all pro, people that we did not expect that would become all pros. I'm not saying George Odom is going to be an all pro, but I think George Odom is going to be better than just a special teams player. If injury does happen, who knows? He might be able to take a spot. He might be able to fight for a starting position. You know, just because he's not a big name, just because someone else didn't utilize his potential to the best of his abilities doesn't mean that he doesn't have them. You know, I've seen the 49ers do it with whether it's Elijah Mitchell, Jawan Jennings. I could see the same thing with a Greg Odom and a Oren Burks. I could see both of those guys stepping up if they have to and playing well.
I agree. And I'm not even going to add to that because that was well said, my friend. Mr. Amelia, of course, he's going to defend one of his players, and Aaron Donald. He says, I totally disagree. Aaron Donald is an all-time great. Bosa isn't at this point, and Donald plays in the trenches and wreaks havoc inside. I'm going to go ahead and let you answer that real quick, and I'll give my little spew about that.
I'm just kind of looking at I see 2 Super Bowl trophies there. I'm a little confused by that. You know, I don't know if LA has gotten, oh, maybe that could be the St. Louis or
LA
I'm not
has
sure.
one, St. Louis has one. 2 teams.
Oh, okay. You know, man, I'm trying not to be funny. You know, one thing, you know, it feels like they left St. Louis and now they're sharing a house with the LA Chargers. I know it's a little off topic. I had to throw that in there, but nah, man. You know, I mean, I agree with it. Aaron Donald, he's an amazing player. He's a beast of a man. He commands, you know, double teams unless he's facing Brunskill.
Yeah,
But
kryptonite.
me personally, if I'm building a team, man, I'm definitely going to Nick Bosa, and I'm trying to take off my biased fan, you know, hat. I'm trying to just like look at it for if I were to be building a team, I don't think you could go wrong with either men. I hear what he's saying as far as you know, how long Aaron Donald has been doing it, which I agree with, man. You know, it just shows, you know, the durability and the longevity of what he could bring. You can't go wrong with either one. But me personally, I'm going with the guy that I know is going to get after the quarterback. You know, it just feels like just Nick Bosa, you know, just the position he plays. You know, he's that guy at the end of the game that feels like when it truly matters, he's going to get there. I feel like there's sometimes where Aaron Donald kind of gets bottled up sometimes, you know. That's just my opinion on it.
Right on. What's up? Roberto is in the house. Welcome to the stream, brother. Yeah, I agree. Aaron Donald has definitely proven to be a great defensive tackle for years. Nick Bosa is just starting his career, and he's already very dominant at the end, taking double teams, as so does Aaron Donald. But they do play 2 different positions, but I think that Bosa is going to be great at what he does, as well as Aaron Donald is at the D tackle. And just to let you know, they both play within the trenches. I don't care if you play on the outside or on the inside. You're still playing in the trenches. He's not a linebacker. He's a defensive end. So I'm just saying Bosa cancels out Aaron Donald one-on-one, in my opinion. And this is me not being disrespectful to Aaron Donald. This is me giving Bosa credit enough that he can do that. But Roberto's in the house. Let's see here. We got Dick Tracy always keeping the comments interested. You know I feel about Kinlaw, bro. I don't know if there's a player that you like, honestly. Dick Tracy, you know I have love for you, bro, but I think you're a Cowboy fan undercover. I got mad at CJ today. Okay, well, we're not gonna. It's all good, bro. We're not gonna bring other content creators into this one. We can keep that private, Roberto. Um, Jack says safety from San Diego State is Taylor Hopkins. Oh, there you go. That's the kid you're talking about, right?
No, I believe it was the other dude that he mentioned, and God, man, he's got a great name, and I keep on forgetting about it. I need to go say his name like 5
The
times
one
in a
from
row.
UCLA, right?
Yeah, UCLA. Yeah,
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 okay.
yeah. That
Yeah,
God, I forget his name.
O'Neal, something O'Neal.
What was it? Here,
I
I'm
believe
trying
it's
to.
O'Neal, something O'Neal.
Nah,
Roberto Hastings says Emmanuel
Quantrez,
Mosley. What is it?
Quantrez, if that's how you say it,
Yeah,
Quantrez Knight.
nah, yeah, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think he could be good, man. We'll we'll,
Okay,
we'll see. Quantrez Knight. Yep.
I definitely like the name. Roberto Hastings says Emmanuel Mosley is so underrated. Yes, he is. I agree with you, 100%. Matter of fact, a friend of mine uh, sent me a little bit of stats about him. Let me bring him up again real quick. Give me a second. Um, in 2021, he had a 495 coverage snaps, 0 touchdowns allowed, 33 receiving yards allowed per game, and .11 passes breakups. This is Emmanuel Mosley in 2021. That's pretty good, my friend.
And you see,
Pretty good.
half of those breakups could have, were close to being interceptions. So I know sometimes the interceptions aren't going to pop off the sheet on you, but if you go back and watch the tape and, he made some huge plays, man, some game changing plays. I know, sometimes the interception or not getting the interception, when you get that punt return, it's sometimes a lot of times it equals the same thing, besides the momentum. But if it's a quick 3 and out and you're getting a deflection, it's just as good. So
Yeah. My boy Ramilli has been starting to be a little bit of a homer here today, which is okay. I expect that from Ram fans. He's saying that Leonard Floyd cancels out Bosa. Leonard Floyd can't even touch the sandals of Bosa. Listen, Leonard Floyd, I'm being honest here, can cancel out Eric Armstead. Eric Armstead can cancel out Leonard Floyd. I'm sticking with Bosa canceling out Aaron Donald. There's no way you're gonna tell me that Leonard Floyd can even touch Bosa. What's your thoughts on that, Chronicles?
Daddy Brunskill.
Daddy Brunskill. There you go. Daddy Brunskill can listen. Hey, you know what? Good point. Let's just say Brunskill can cancel out Aaron Donald. He does it every game, right? Roberto says, "Hey, Remedios Sports, what's good, bro? How you been? What's up, Big Jason Gaming? How you doing, brother? Listen, guys, I say this every time I see this guy. This guy loves and passionate about playing Madden. I try to. I'm not that good, so but this guy is good at what he does. He plays very good Madden, football, and other games. It's not just Madden. Just he plays good gaming. If you're interested in the gaming aspect of the world, go and check out his channel, Big Jason Gaming. Give this guy some love. He entertains. He plays very well, and it's fun to watch the games that he plays. I play a little bit, but I'm not. I kind of get bored real easy, so I move on. But if you love gaming, check him out. Welcome to the channel. We got Mr. This is good, man. Okay, he's answering to supporting my Niner Sickness podcast. Always a pleasure, brother. Donald is the best defensive player in the league, unfortunately. No, he is. I'm not taking nothing away. Village idiot. I like it. He's he's not taking these names, bro. They're not. He's not. I'm not taking nothing away from him. He is obviously has earned what he's got, what he's done. But if we're looking at just matchups, it's like if I said, what's the kid that went to Seattle and then came back to us? the defensive end.
Oh, Kerry Hyder.
Kerry Hyder. If I say Kerry Hyder canceled out Aaron Donald, that's a joke. I like Kerry Hyder, great guy, but there's no way I'm going to sit there and say Kerry Hyder can cancel out Aaron Donald. But I don't think I'm too far off by saying Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa is a special cat, man, and he's only going to get better. This defense, I don't know about you, bro, but I keep reminding my brother Romelia that he lost his starting left tackle and his starting right guard. Okay, and they're bringing two guys from what do you call it, Disneyland characters to replace them at that position. Good luck in trying to defend Nick Bosa, Drake Jackson, and company in the games that we play the Rams. It's going to be fun to watch, brother. You replace two legends with Mickey Mouse and Mighty Mouse. Not going to. Well,
Yeah.
Mighty Mouse is pretty strong, so I got to give him some credit. Carcass says, would you really pick Bosa over Donald? Wow. Really? Now, see, again, I'm not saying over Donald. I'm saying he'll cancel out Donald. In other words, two good players on the defense. You know, I'm not saying that Donald is better. They play two different positions. Donald plays better on the inside, can play some outside. Nick Bosa plays way better on the outside, can play some inside. But they're both great players, is my point. The Niners have a great defensive end in Nick Bosa, and the Rams have a great D tackle in Aaron Donald. It's not about who's better than who. It's about they're so good that they can cancel each other out.
And if he's asking me that, like, yes, I would, because that's my flavor, man. That's just my flavor, and that's the direction I would go in, man.
Right now, Donald's 30, Bosa's 24. I will pick Bosa. Absolutely, David. Absolutely. Bosa's only getting stronger and better. And let's keep it real. As good as Donald has done what he's done, he's getting lesser and lesser as Bosa's getting better and better. So that is just not me being a homer. That is just being realistic. Donald, Bosa. So it is what it is. We got Jack says Jeremiah, linebacker from North Carolina is good prospect. I can't pronounce this guy. Segundo. Some of these names, bro. Linebacker from San Diego State, good special teams player. What are your thoughts on those two linebackers that he brought up?
I do not know too much about him, but I heard good things about I don't want to mess the name up either. Gimmel. I heard good things about him from North Carolina. I heard people speak highly of him. The other guy, I haven't really dove into him yet. So, that's to be announced. A good question because now I want to go check him out. So I appreciate it.
Yep. Itchy95 brings a very good point. At this point, he says, Leonard Floyd canceling out Bosa is like saying Javon Kinlaw cancels out Aaron Donald. In about, 2 years from now, 3 years, Javon Kinlaw might, but that's just a projection. I'm not going to go there. He hasn't done it yet, but I got a good feeling about this kid. Man, the Warriors are losing, bro. I don't know how they lost that lead. My Lakers are watching from home. My Lakers are a mess, bro. They are definitely went back to their retirement homes, and now they're just eating cookies and milk. All the players, when they got all of those, oh my goodness, I'm like, really? You're gonna let go of young players for older players? The skill set is there, but their legs are no longer there. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't run as fast as I did in my 20s. So it's, oh my God. Anyway, Remelia says, he's referring to you, says, just like the LA Super Bowl was won with OG St. Louis players like Donald, Hecker, etc. So both Super Bowls were one help from another city Ram players. Do you want to answer that?
I'm a little confused on exactly what he's trying to say.
Me too.
So both Super Bowls were won with help from the other cities' Ram players. Hey, enjoy it, man. Enjoy it. Trey area is
It's on his
you know,
way.
he's coming, man, and it's amazing how, with a mediocre quarterback in Jimmy Garoppolo, the stats don't lie. I do not put a ton of weight on a player's what a player is able to do on the field. But when you look at what Garoppolo does in playoff time, um, and I won't even say the stats because it's pretty horrible. But when we're able to be that close with the production, with the lack of production that we've been able to demonstrate at the quarterback position, um, my God, Trey Lance checks every single box. One knack that people could probably throw out is maybe his touch on the football. And that's something that can completely be taught and corrected and with experience. It just feels like the Niners are going to be in contention for Super Bowls for many of years to come. The way that we're drafting, the way that we keep on this youth movement, it feels like we got a wave of guys that's going to play in 2022, and then we got another wave of guys that's going to produce in 2023. It just feels like it feels like we're building a dynasty and not a one-hit wonder.
Yeah, LA, Inglewood, it don't matter. I can care less. It can be in LA, Inglewood. It can be in East LA. No importa. Come torta. It says Brunskill note he was ranked doll in the NFC champion. You're going to base on one game, bro. Listen, you won the championship game. You move on to the Super Bowl. You won the Super Bowl. Congratulations. Okay, but you can't dismiss the 6 games in a row.
That term. I do love that term, ragdolling. Me and my family, we're just a different breed, man. We love to get physical and we're all competitive, even my daughters. And so we crack up at the fact of thinking about somebody being ragdolled. And we use that saying in our house quite often. So, it's hilarious, man. So I appreciate it, man. I appreciate to see that in the chat. But um Niners.
Yeah, it's all good, bro. Hey, they can enjoy their win. They won their second Super Bowl. Our Super Bowls are probably all full of dust and webs, but they are still there to collect dust. And there's 5 of them, 3 more. Even at this point, if you still add all 3 teams' Super Bowls together, they don't even match up to ours, because Seattle only has 1, LA has 2, or Inglewood has 2, and or slash Inglewood slash St. Louis has 2, and then Arizona has none. So, listen, whether our trophies are in the past or not, they're still there, representing nice and beautifully. And you got to remember, back in the 80s and 90s, man, I think the Rams fans really disliked the Niners so much because I believe we beat them 17 consecutive times in a row. 17 consecutive. I mean, you know how many years is in 17 because they play twice a year? You're looking at least 10 years of continuing beat down.
Hey, I think I was like 10 years old, man. I think I was 10 years old, and I can still remember seeing that stat pop up on the TV screen. Like, back then we didn't have internet like we do now, but I remember that stat coming onto the TV screen. I believe it was like 98 or something like that. Maybe 97. I can't remember what year, but I remember seeing that. And I remember just like kind of time stopped for a second. Like, it just blew my mind. I couldn't even, like, I knew we were winning them all the time, but it's something that I'll never forget, man, seeing that stat on the TV screen. But just to be not fair, but just, the Rams did take their turn on us in the early 2000s
Oh,
with
yeah.
with the greatest show on turf,
I was
when they had
painful.
Isaac Bruce and Torrey Holt and Marshall Falk and the
Kurt Warner.
grocery store bagger that turned into MVP. What a
Great
great
movie,
story,
by the
though, man.
way.
I love that underdog story of a guy, he comes out the grocery store, and turns into a Super Bowl winning quarterback and an MVP. Amazing. I enjoy to see, hopefully the Rams and the Niners both stay good and relevant, and this battle continues. Hopefully we truly get to see this be a fierce rivalry, and we're going to continue to go down to LA and turn it into Levi South.
Yeah. And you made a very good point about making a rivalry again between the Rams and the Niners. It's always going to be fun to watch these two teams play each other. But I do got to admit, I hope the Rams start playing us more like they did it in the championship game than they've done in the regular season games, because it does get tiring beating them every game. And it's like, we want to, I don't want to beat them all the time. I want to be a little bit merciful, So if you're going to be a rival, you're going to be competitive. You got to win some of those games, don't you? So maybe they're starting their new tradition with this game one in the championship game, possibly. But with Trey Lance, it might go back to those 17 straight consecutive wins. Maybe we'll see what happens. But no, I'm messing with Amelia. I love him. I know he hates the Niners, so I like to mess with him. But he has a very good team. The Rams are good, and they're going to be in contention for years to come. So I can't wait to play the Rams twice a year. It'll be fun. And you want to watch competitive games like that. You don't want to watch blowouts. You want to watch the games, even though it's hard to take at the moment. But when you win by a field goal, when you win by stopping the other team from scoring, those are the games that are fun to watch. Maybe not at the particular moment, because you're like, but at the end of the day, those are the games. Like the blowout today. Come on. I mean, it's. I guess it has up and downs. It has the comfort of knowing that you're winning another game with a blowout. But I don't know. I don't know about you. But let me ask you, Chrono, do you rather win at a close matchup, or do you love blowouts?
Man, when it's not my team, I love to see the underdog. I love to see the underdog story just rise up. I love to see it come down to the last second. But I'm not gonna lie, when it's my team, man, I get stupid stressed out. I really get super nervous, or not nervous, excited, and my heart be pounding, and I'm fully into it. Sometimes I gotta start pacing, walking, kind of. Nah, but I love the competition. It just reminds me of a boxing match where two dudes are just going punch for punch, and nobody's getting knocked out, nobody's falling down. I mean, it kind of reminds me of that. Like, if someone gets knocked first, 30 seconds of a fight, like that was amazing. But dang, really wish I could have seen some. I really wish I could have seen it go for a few rounds, and get to see the best of each person, kind of throw their blow. So it's stressful, but I definitely love to see a great competition for sure, man. And as you were saying that, I thought about when Greenlaw and Warner stopped the Seattle Seahawks on the goal line. I started thinking about Steve Young and Terrell Owens versus the Packers, and with scoring right there when the Packers had our number for a few years there. So you wouldn't have those great moments without that great competition. So I definitely always want to see great competition for sure.
Absolutely. And real quick, I just want to address Tanisha. She had a question for you, but he answered that question earlier in the video. So if you want to watch the video from the beginning a little bit, he answers who his favorite players were drafted and undrafted, because that question was brought before him earlier. So go and check out the beginning of the video real quick, and you'll get his answer but thank you for asking that question. Luis Moreno says, I remember Dana Stubblefield on the sideline saying, say, oh, sorry, but Rams. Yep. Although the Rams are in a better place than he is right now, unfortunately. Poor guy, man. Makes some
Yeah,
bad decisions. The Rams have
frustrating.
won their second Super Bowl since TV was black and white. Oh my God, congratulations. Celebrations, you need to win the Nobel Peace Prize. Okay, I love it, man. I love this rivalry, and I don't mind you guys going at each other back and forth in the comments because it's a friendly. Congratulations to the win tonight. What are you guys up? 2-1 or 3-1 or
The Warriors.
yeah,
It's 2-1 in
it'll
30 or yeah, 2-1 now.
2-1. Yeah, so we're gonna speed this up. We've been about an hour having fun with everybody tonight, man. It's been amazing. Ramelia has been active on the chats. I love it.
Has it
Uh,
been an hour?
yeah, it's a little bit over an hour.
Jesus, man, this might be my hey, time goes fast when you're having fun. So this might be my unknowingly my funnest one I've ever done because that hour went quick.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, yeah. It's been an hour, definitely. So I just want to thank all my guests for tuning in tonight again to the Niner Sickness podcast. Ramelia, it's always a pleasure having you on, even though you're a Rams fan. Much love to you, brother. You are as passionate about your team and a homer about your team as much as I am a passionate and homer about my team. So I can't take that away from you, man. I love your passion. I can't wait to play you in 2022. And I think me and Ramelia should go live during Niners and Rams games and just talk about the game. I think it'll be fun. Maybe something to think about for this upcoming season. Anything you want to say to everybody here tonight before we go, brother? Again, remind all the viewers that are coming in late or they're tuned in late, how can they find you if they would like to follow you, brother?
Yeah, man. You should be able, men and women, you should be able to just hit up Keltz Chronicles, and you'll be able to find me whether you're on Google. I'm sure even if you type it in on Google, YouTube, yeah, it's easy to find, just like you see right up there on the name. Just type it in, and I talk about 49ers. I promise y'all, I will eventually get super consistent with my channel. It's been a little bit slow. And to be honest, you know what? I kind of took a little step back with a lot of the Debo Samuel stuff. Um, I didn't really want to speak too much on it, to be honest. I know some content creators use that ammunition to really have a lot to talk about. I'm a little opposite, but I will get consistent. If you want to check me out at Keltz Chronicles. I appreciate every single one of y'all. I hope everybody is just blessed, recognize you're blessed, and, just stay up. Ramelia, I appreciate you. I love chopping it up with different opinions, different sports, fans and content creators. So I appreciate all the different opinions and perceptions. I thank you, Niner Beto, for just, allowing me to hop on with you, man. It's always a pleasure. And like you say, an honor. So, yeah, thank you. Thank all you guys in the chat. If you guys weren't in the chat, you guys give us a lot of stuff to thrive on. So the show wouldn't be what it is without y'all. So y'all are great, man. Stay up and stay blessed, and check out Keltz Chronicles if you want to. It's up to y'all.
If you want to rise up, check out his channel.
Faithful rise up, and I mean that too. When I say faithful rise up, I mean that with the 49ers and with yourself, so hey, we all go through, whether it be hurts, habits, or hangups. We all got situations that we deal with in this life. We're all on individual walks, but we can all rise up and overcome anything if we make that choice. So stay blessed.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, guys, you guys have been all amazing. Thank you for everything. I just want to bring in the last couple of comments, make sure every comments pop up on the screen for everybody to watch. Truly appreciate everybody for tuning in. Definitely, I will talk to Ramilia Sports. Maybe we can work something out for maybe one of the Rams and Niner games. We can do a collective conversation. Maybe it can be a couple of Niner fans, a couple of Rams fans, all of us together watching the game and just having fun. I think it'll be fun. At least we can give it a shot. One thing me and Ramilia do have in common, though, we both love our Lakers. And I don't care if our Lakers are in or out. They're still the best team. How many championships do the Warriors have compared to the Lakers? We were talking about that earlier, weren't we? When he came to the Rams and Niners.
Got? What do like 18?
18.
What do they got? Is it 18?
18.
And then the Celtics got 17, I think,
18.
or something like that.
Tied. We tied the Celtics.
Hey, this is a good one right here, man. But I mean, you got to go Cowboy just because it's hard to. The one guy he asked about Nick Bosa and
Justin Smith.
Justin Smith. It's hard to really say, and it's really even hard to say a Bosa over a Donald because, Justin Smith played a full career. You know what I'm saying? And Bosa is just getting going, so it's kind of really hard to answer that. But hey, the Cowboy was a beast. I'll say that, man.
Yeah, imagine what Alden Smith would have been if he would have never.
I think about it,
and this is why. And we're gonna end the show like this, bro. This is why it's so smart to. I'm sorry, 17. That's right, Ramilia. Thank you. Not 18, 17. See, I'm already projecting our 18th. We got our 17th in 2020 in the bubble. Alden Smith came out of college, was playing well. Some things went horribly wrong in his life. He made some bad choices, and those bad choices cost him his career. This is why it's important to truly self-evaluate who you are during a time that could determine the direction of your life when you're facing that fork in the road. Unfortunately for Alden Smith, sorry, he made the wrong choices, and today we'll never know. And we're talking just strictly his football skills. It's sadly to say that his choices also ruined his livelihood and his personality. But just strictly talking football, we would have never known if he would have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. With the way the projector was showing how he was playing and doing his thing, and because he made bad choices, consequences follow. So, with that said, remember, each choice you make, consequences, good or bad, will follow. So always try to make the best choice and love one another and be great every day. Hate comes easy. Let's multiply it with love. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being part of my show. You guys are amazing. Good night. Oops, wrong one. Which one did I press? Sorry. All right, guys. You guys have a wonderful night. God bless you. And we'll see you on the next Niner Sickness podcast.
Yeah.
Peace.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.